Pumpkin picking season is coming to an end. I'll have all the details coming up. Snow piles like this one have affected businesses downtown. Multiple buildings are going to be transformed, and that includes some of the buildings seen right here behind me. The plan will even feature some environmentally friendly elements. Not all students at Syracuse University have a car on campus and have a need for these kinds of ride-sharing companies. Employees attended a town hall here at Timberland to hear Governor Christie speak about the issue. Clinton supporters are anxious to get their hats and t-shirts here right outside the rally after hearing her speak. Next, the candidates head to South Carolina, where they will continue campaigning, followed by Super Tuesday on March 1st. In New Hampshire for S&J Today, Monika Hammer. A public meeting to discuss Syracuse Common Councilor Khalid Bey's proposed city contractor employment change took the tone of a rally. And Governor Andrew Cuomo announced yesterday there has been a decrease in alcohol-related traffic fatalities. The fourth Republican debate took place last night in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Schneiderman sent notices to FanDuel and DraftKings ordering them to cease and desist, stating that their contests are neither harmless nor victimless. People who haven't had the chance yet to pick their pumpkins might want to head to the pumpkin patch soon. This year's weather had quite the effect on pumpkin season. As October comes to a close, so does pumpkin picking season.
To Halloween, we'll still sell quite a few, but it's a pretty sharp drop-off on pumpkins right after Halloween.
This year, the pumpkins at Abbott Farms were not quite as good as in years past.
Pumpkins this year have been okay. We have plenty of fruit out there in the field. The issue is that it's a little small this year.
Pumpkin patches, however, are not the only places to find pumpkin products.
We carry a lot of carving pumpkins, so a lot of people love to buy and carve. We have a lot of pumpkin cookies, muffins, as you can see, even cakes. Of course, pumpkins that we have in can that people can make pumpkin pies with.
While reports have indicated a pumpkin shortage, not all grocery stores find that true.
No, I haven't seen or heard of any pumpkin shortage, and we seem to be getting them consistently in and in a good size as well. So.
A shortage wouldn't really affect Abbott Farms.
Our unique situation here on our farm is we don't do any kind of wholesale, we don't do any don't sell to any processors. For example, people who make pumpkin pies or canned pumpkin or things like that, they need to have X number of pounds of pumpkins coming in the door for them to be able to produce X number of pounds that the grocery stores want.
There are, however, challenges that come along with farming.
Strawberry season really took a hit, and some of our other seasons did as well. Fortunately, it was a massive apple crop this year, so we've been kind of catch up, and we're actually a little back ahead. So all in all, it's been a good year. It's had its challenges and trials and tribulations, but every job does. That's just the nature of farming.
Pumpkin season is winding down, but as winter approaches, Abbott Farms stays open over the weekends. When it is too cold in Syracuse for the crops to grow, Abbott Farms focuses on keeping its store open to continue to sell their products in the winter.
What do we want? Now! What do we want? Now! What do we want? Now!
Voters have traveled from all over the country to show their support for Christie.
I just feel like I had to come out to this. This is the first campaign I've ever volunteered for, and I just feel like it was one that I was being called to.
I worked for him initially back on his first governor's campaign, and I've been following and supporting him ever since.
While Christie thrived in this weekend's debate, at least one of the frontrunners faltered, seeming unprepared. Marco Rubio had a lot to regain after Christie's attacks.
After last night's debate, oh, you said the same 3 or 4 times. I'm going to say it again. The reason why these things are in trouble is because Barack Obama is the first president, at least in my lifetime, that wants to change the country. Change the country. Not fix it, not fix its problems. He wants to make it a different kind of country.
On the other hand, Governor Christie is working hard to keep up the momentum from last night's debate.
It kind of solidified it for us because we like what he says, and we do realize that the next commander-in-chief has to have had experience, and there's a lot of people running that don't have experience.
He's a strong player in this, and his beliefs are kind of what entails where we are at right now.
Wasn't quite sure before tonight, so but I'm definitely leaning towards him.
With the primary fast approaching, most of the candidates took a break to enjoy the Super Bowl Sunday night. In New Hampshire for S&J Today, I'm Monika Hammer. The back-in angle parking on Court Street is a hot topic in the city of Binghamton.
It's chaotic, and the backing up thing is pretty much not too safe. I think.
Stop the traffic, you have to back up into the parking space rather than pulling straight into the parking space or parking parallel.
And it's one of the subjects of a parking study that is slated to be completed by the end of the month. Residents shared what they think of the current parking situation and what they'd like to see changed. Vincent Watkins has some suggestions.
The street's wide enough so that they could do a center street parking, like in some cities, in Albany.
While most people say that these back-in spaces are the problem, not everyone downtown agrees.
I think the safety issue comes when people don't back into them. I see they work every day. We work down here every day. We see them work really well until people pull into them, and then they got to stop traffic to back out. But they seem to work.
Binghamton Metropolitan Transportation Study Director Jennifer Jankowski understands that there is a concern when it comes to parking downtown.
The Court Street area where there is the back-end angle parking is one of the prime areas where parking is in demand.
Jankowski stressed that the ongoing study will help when it comes to making a decision.
And I think that it's important to wait for the recommendations from the parking study and look at the overall recommendations from Nelson Nygaard before any changes are made.
There is no timeline yet for any reconstruction downtown as it continues to be discussed by city officials. In Binghamton, Monika Hammer, WBNG TV, Action News.